Peace and blessings. I'm the Moon Mama. Let me fix my crown. All right. How y'all doing? So today, the moon is void, and today is Monday. Happy Monday. And the moon governs Monday. And the moon is void in Leo today. And gosh, this energy, so I'm making this video again because I forgot something from my last video. And the thing that I want us to understand, that I need to understand myself, is that you have to be a child. You have to be childlike to enter the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is within you. It is in your own consciousness, and you have to be a child to enter it. And what I mean when I say this is that children are free-spirited and they can play and have fun and just, act as if, and it's not a big deal, and we don't think they're crazy and they don't think they're crazy, and if they have imaginary friends, we encourage that, and that is the real access to our power. This ability to be able to imagine and be free, and it's really, the kingdom of heaven is within you because your imagination is the opportunity to get you there. And your playfulness is the opportunity to get you there. So you got to use your wand and your crown and allow yourself to really be in this freedom. And we live in this world that has given us so many tasks to do, so many things to worry about, so many things that steal our joy and our playfulness, when that's exactly what we need at this time in our planetary frequency in order to build a new reality. We have to live in the imagination. We have to play. We have to be free. We have to give ourselves an opportunity to let go, to shake off my bills got to get paid, and how much money, and what they said, and they don't like me, and that stuff has to go away, because children, if you watch them, they don't hold on to that stuff. They just are in the opportunity of like, let's play, let's have fun, let's do this thing, right? So the moon is void today. And what does it mean when the moon is void? It means that the moon is not going to be making any aspects with any other planets. So it won't be doing anything with all the other planets, but it just finished a conjunction with Mars and Venus. Mars being the external masculine point, and Venus being the internal, the heart, the emotions, right? So our feelings are the feminine, and our external way of being, the masculine, come together on the inside of us. And what are you gonna make? If you're a child, you get to make something else. It means that we have the masculine and the feminine together, and we get to make something else. So what will you make? I know when I was a little girl, I literally felt like, oh my God, I used to wake up, when I would go to sleep at night, I would have these experiences where I would feel all of these beings around my body. They were invisible, but I could feel them, and there would be a vibrational energy that would move through my body, and my soul, my spirit would lift out of my body, and I would be with my beings. I would be with my soul tribe, or, I don't even know that I had a name for them. I didn't need a name. We don't need labels really, but I could feel them. I could feel that these beings were here in my grandmother's house, in my bedroom, and I was safe, and they were nurturing me and loving me and taking care of me. And this experience stopped when I had puberty, when my period started, and I started really liking boys and being called into the karma of the family that I was in, when I was being sort of, we lose, something happens when puberty starts, right? So they left is what I'll say, or felt like they left. I didn't touch them as much because my mind was now more focused on sex and liking someone and fitting in and all that. So my innocence, I'll say that, my innocence seemed to have been lost. And so, but before I got really indoctrinated and conditioned into my family through my subconscious and the experience of puberty and really discovering my body and the desire for sex and connection, I just was free, and I could tap into other beings that I couldn't see, but they were there, and I was protected, and I've always known that they were there. And so, this energy with the moon in Leo just conjunct Mars and Venus, and it's gone void, we get to cultivate a new identity, the one that we were born to cultivate from our God self, because the full moon is going to be in Aquarius, and it's going to be there in about, a week and a half. And Aquarius is your God image, your God self. So we want to use this time between now and then to cultivate, it doesn't matter if you look crazy or people think you're crazy or any of that. You got to let go of that. You got to be willing to play like children, and be like, I'm the queen and or whatever it is. I'm the ruler of this. Because guess what? When I tell you I have done all this research and I have discovered that all the things that we think are crazy and we think, are false are actually true. And that has been the weirdest part of studying astrology and cosmology, is learning that there have been times on the planet when the things that we're watching in movies, like people who can fly and people, that shit used to be real, right? And it's just that we're falling into a darkened state. We're like in a state that is out of grace because of the way the planet is in relationship to light. It's not even something that we've done that's evil. It's just a geographical relationship to light. And so because of it, our psyches aren't getting as much energy to allow us to experience and feel who we really are. But now that relationship to light is changing. It's coming closer. Like, say if this was Earth and this is the sun, the Earth is coming back closer to the sun, and we're getting more light. So we're beginning to wake up, and we're becoming more enlightened because we can see more clearly, but we're still in a process of shedding the old ways of being, right? Because the old ways would have us still in this Western identifying, my money, all of these things that we identify in the West, the leaders, all that sort of shit. But all that's dying now. All those constructs are dissolving even now as we speak in our minds. Bing! I was watching Harry Potter the other day, and they would take a memory out of their mind. He would just be like, and then the memory would come and he put it in the bowl, and then they look in the memory, right? So we want to remove the memories of the old construct so that we can forget who we were and become this new way of being. And that's a process. We don't want to do that too quickly, because if we do it too quickly, for some of us, it could make us so we want to take our time and give ourselves the opportunity to shed that old way of being. But for the young ones, they can do it quickly because they've not been so indoctrinated into the old ways of being. But for someone like myself, I've had to take my time. I've been doing this work for 12 years to shed, and I finally feel like, I've been able to really let go. So today, while the moon is void in Leo, you want to activate your internal masculine, your external masculine. So you want to play your internal feminine. What does it feel like? Do you feel good in your body? Who do you feel like? Do you feel like a goddess? Do you feel like a queen? Do you feel like a king? Do you feel like a warrior? Do you feel like a fairy? What is it that you feel like? What is your new identity? And allow the universe. It doesn't have to be practical. It shouldn't be practical. Children are not practical. This is not an exercise in logic or intellect. This is an exercise in play. Whoa, right? So you want to have fun. You want to give yourself freedom to think, to play, to skip, to dance, to laugh, to be silly, right? Because this is an energetic exercise. This energy will shake off the old things and bring in the new. So give yourself the opportunity to be free, to be fun, because Leo is that. Leo is this playful energy, this childlike energy that we all have within us. And the sun is in Cancer, so you want to come home to your true self, right? You want to come home to who you were before you started taking on the ideas and the feelings of everybody else and started trying to fit in and belong. You want to activate yourself into your truest, most playful, most crazy thinking and fun way of being, and you want to be with this energy all day long, because as we are moving into the Aquarius full moon, we're going to be activating the God codes within us of our highest self, of our divine energy and essence. And with that, if there's anything I can do to support you, I encourage you to check out the Saturn retrograde class in Aquarius, because that is going to help you come into your true identity. Or check out the Jupiter in Aquarius class, because that will actually help you tap into your bigness. It'll help you tap into your grandness and tap into your wheel of fortune, because we all come here with a wheel of fortune. We all have fortune and joy and health and all of that within us. And so if we can play, if we can lighten up, those things will be revealed to us. Peace and blessings. I'm the Moon Mama. Bye-bye.